A lot of people would point to the French Revolution form of protest as the golden standard, some more literally than others. But the bombshell actions that were just taken by the Canadian Prime Minister and Canadians themselves are what I would argue are some of the most powerful forms of peaceful protest against Donald Trump's trade war terrorism, and they are already having drastic results. So smash that like button if you too are tired of Trump's tariffs, and consider subscribing if you find yourself agreeing with Canada's coordinated retaliation that's hitting Trump where it hurts. First and foremost, as the news of Canadian retaliation was breaking, you simultaneously had Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney delivering this powerful rebuke of Trump's policies.
The old relationship we had with the United States, based on deepening integration of our economies and tight security and military cooperation, is over. What exactly the United States does next is unclear. But what is clear, is that we, as Canadians, have agency. We have power. We are masters in our own home. We can control our destiny. We can give ourselves much more than any foreign government, including the United States, can ever take away. We can deal with this crisis best by building our strength right here at home. It will take hard work. It will take steady and focused determination from governments, from businesses, from labor, from Canadians. We will need to dramatically reduce our reliance on the United States. We will need to pivot our trade relationships elsewhere. And we will need to do things previously thought impossible at speeds we haven't seen in generations.
And Canadians instantly latched on to that last part and really took it to heart, as the Canadian population collectively and voluntarily slashed their travel to the United States, with Raw Story reporting that as Prime Minister Mark Carney delivered his remarks, spreading across social media was news of a massive drop in planned trips from Canada into the United States. OAG, which provides digital flight information, intelligence, and analytics for the aviation industry, published a report on Wednesday revealing a striking decline and a sharp drop in airline flight bookings from Canada to America. The report states that bookings are down over 70% in every month through to the end of September, which helps explain why it was also just reported that airline capacity between Canada and the US has been reduced through to October 2025, with the most significant cuts occurring during the peak travel months of July and August. And as if that wasn't bad enough, folks, recent reports show that Mexico is imposing restrictions on US travelers that, as this next report shows, is having drastic impact on travel to and from Mexico for US citizens.
Get me out of here! Now to the U.S.-Mexico border, where travelers are experiencing some changes during spring break travel. If you're heading south of the border for your vacation, you'll need more than just your passport. Mexico is now requiring U.S. citizens to fill out an immigration form before they can cross. And it's created incredibly long lines at the port of entry.
This process is not new, but Mexican immigration authorities are now strictly enforcing it, leaving people waiting hours to get into Mexico and having to pay.
Countless Arizonans, Jim McCauley and his wife who live in Scottsdale, were heading into Mexico for a day trip.
It's something we've done many times before.
They usually go in on foot and say the process is easy.
Normally walking into Mexico is just like walking into a Walmart.
But on Thursday, when they got to the point of entry in Yuma, that wasn't the case.
The line was very long.
U.S. citizens traveling into Mexico not only have to bring their passport, but now must obtain a travel visa.
And as an American, it does not feel great to see those restrictions being imposed, but it feels even worse to have to look to the Canadian Prime Minister for the type of powerful leadership that I would like to see in my own home country. And the only solace I get from this next clip is the fact that he was laying into Donald Trump and actually fighting for the people of his country. Take a look.
But we can make ourselves more productive and therefore more competitive. We can break down internal trade barriers. We can build a stronger and more resilient economy. And that's what I'm squarely focused on as your prime minister.
Screw them becoming our 51st state. Let us become Canada's next province. That is the kind of leadership we are severely lacking in here in the United States. And if you agree, smash that like button, subscribe for more news that you need to know, and to help us fight back against the Trump regime. For Really American, I'm Kenny Hesse. I'll see you guys in the next one.